she was cleaning her kitchen in total silence, believing she was alone in the house. Something happened that made her reconsider whether she was truly alone or not. Before we get into this collection of bizarre and unexplained videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every single one helps. And if you enjoy scary and mysterious footage like this, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Now let's get into the first video. This video was posted by a woman named Katie, who has a very unusual hobby. She collects baby dolls. Her room is filled with different dolls, and she regularly shares videos showing parts of her collection. She released a video last week when something happened that had nothing to do with the dolls themselves. Katie was in her bedroom getting ready and decided to grab some clothes from her closet, something she normally does without giving it much thought. At first, everything seemed completely ordinary. She opened the closet and started looking through her clothes, unaware that something strange was about to happen. As she continued, she suddenly noticed something that made her stop and take a closer look. The situation quickly became much more unsettling than she expected, especially considering what was already inside the room. And because she happened to be recording at the time, we can actually see exactly what happened. Take a close look at the footage and see if you can spot it. The strangest part of the video happens when the closet door suddenly begins to open on its own. Katie was standing nearby, but there was no one else around who could have opened it, and the movement immediately caught her attention. She was clearly startled by what she had just seen. Instead of simply walking away, Katie decided to investigate and find a normal explanation for what happened. She walked over to the closet and carefully checked inside, looking for anything that could have caused the door to move. She even examined the area around it, but there was nothing obvious that could explain why it had opened. After searching the closet, Katie was left without an answer. Whether it was something as simple as the door not being fully closed or something else, the footage definitely makes the moment unsettling. After the first video went viral, Katie decided to share another clip showing what happened later that same night. And this time, the situation was even more unsettling. She was already in bed, thinking the strange incident with the closet was over. But while she was trying to settle down and go to sleep, something else happened that caught her completely off guard. Katie was already in bed when the camera captured something unusual happening beneath the blankets. At first, it looks like someone is slowly moving around on the mattress. You can actually see what appears to be footsteps traveling across the bed one after another. The strange part is that there is no person visible in the room. The movement continues for several moments, creating the impression that someone or something is actually moving around on the bed. After sharing the previous clips, Katie decided to go back to an older video from 2020. At that time, her daughter was still living at home and sleeping in the same room where some of these strange incidents were reportedly happening. According to Katie, her daughter had been experiencing several unsettling things during the night. She would notice unusual activity while trying to sleep, and after it happened repeatedly, the family began to take the situation seriously. Wanting to understand what was really happening, Katie placed a camera in the room and left it recording overnight. The idea was simple. If something was actually happening while her daughter slept, the camera might finally capture it. And when they watched the footage back, they noticed something that immediately caught their attention. Take a close look and decide for yourself.
I'm sharing this video that we posted in the year 2020. This was when my daughter lived at home and the downstairs basement bedroom was where she slept. We had the camera in there because she had been experiencing creepy stuff bothering her during the night, and this is what we captured. For those of you commenting on my most recent video in that room with the door in the closet opening, no, it's not a natural thing in our home. It has been happening since 2018. We've had a lot of unexplained stuff. And even if the door popping open was natural due to how it was built, why does that not explain the sewing box that was thrown from the top shelf down as I was leaving the room yesterday? There's just a lot of unexplained stuff that have happened in this house since 2018, and we tend to share that footage. So have a look back at my older videos and reposts, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about and why we share.
While Katie's daughter was sleeping, something suddenly fell inside the closet. A small ball appeared to drop from the shelf, making a loud enough noise to wake her up and immediately frighten her. She quickly got out of bed and left the room, clearly unsettled by what had just happened. But the strange part was that there didn't seem to be an obvious reason for the ball to fall on its own. The footage quickly sparked a lot of discussion online, with viewers debating what could have caused the ball to move and whether there was a simple explanation for what happened inside that closet. A girl named Millie was known for posting ordinary videos on her TikTok account. But one night, one of her live streams took a terrifying turn. She was home alone when she decided to go live and chat with her viewers. At first, everything seemed completely normal. She was simply talking to her audience and enjoying the live stream, with nothing unusual happening in the background. But while she was speaking to her viewers, something unexpected suddenly happened inside the house. Millie had no idea what was about to happen, and the entire moment was captured by the live stream. Let's take a look at the recording and see what happened. While Millie was sitting in front of the camera doing her makeup, something suddenly caught her attention. The door behind her slowly opened on its own, even though she was supposed to be completely alone in the house. Then she went live, and this was her response to the incident.
So they told me to download the live and have a look. That's what everyone's just told me to do. So I've downloaded the live and I've had a look, and they said that someone walked in my house while I was on live, and there was no one at my house. My mum and dad were on holiday. My mum and dad were on holiday for the whole week, and that's why I was freaking out, because my address got leaked because someone leaked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the live, right, 1 minute I'm doing my makeup in the mirror, like this, like literally doing nothing, and then everyone's like, oh, someone just walked in your house, and I was like, stop winding me up, no one's walked in my house, like, stop winding me up. And then I walked over to the back door. Okay, so, alright.
I'm watching.
Right, the door opens. Wait. I'm gonna zoom in.
Oh, no way. How did your door open?
It's glass. You can see through the door. Look. There's no one there.
You're joking. Bro, this is like The Ring.
And then, look, it gets worse, mate. I don't know what to do. I'm actually shitting myself. Look.
Oh my god, you're joking. You're lying. No way.
Look, there's a fucking head.
No, you've edited that. You have to have edited that.
How have I edited it? It's come up
Where's the
online.
little Chinese kid in there?
Millie was still live on TikTok. The door behind her suddenly began to open by itself. At first, it looked like the door was the only strange thing happening. But then, something even more disturbing appeared in the doorway. For a brief moment, what looked like a young girl's face could be seen, but the features appeared extremely unusual and unsettling. Millie's friend was shocked when she later showed him the footage from the live stream. Whatever appeared in that doorway, it was enough to leave both of them wondering what they had actually seen. The next video comes from Nikki. If you remember, we've already covered a creepy incident that happened inside her house in a previous video. If you haven't seen that one yet, I'll leave the link in the description, so make sure to check it out after this video. But today's footage is even more unsettling. Nikkivianna shared 2 disturbing clips that were recorded months apart inside her family's recently purchased home. In the first clip, Nikki places her phone near a narrow pantry door while she works quietly around the kitchen cabinets. For almost a full minute, nothing seems unusual. Everything appears completely normal. But while Nikki is crouched down with her back turned toward the rest of the kitchen, a sudden noise comes from the nearby room. The unexpected sound immediately catches her attention, causing her to quickly turn around and investigate. While Nikki was focused on cleaning the kitchen, she didn't notice that something strange was happening behind her. The oven door slowly opened on its own, but Nikki remained completely unaware of it. A few moments later, the items that had been inside the oven suddenly fell out, creating a loud noise that immediately caught her attention. Nikki turned around and was clearly startled by what she saw. Not knowing what had caused the oven door to open or why everything had suddenly fallen out, she quickly became frightened and rushed out of the kitchen. Then, 3 months later, Nikki uploaded another video filmed in that exact same kitchen. This time, the camera was positioned much farther away, giving us a wider view of the entire room. Once again, Nikki was busy cleaning and organizing, completely focused on what she was doing. But while she was distracted, the camera was quietly recording something happening behind her. Nikki had no idea what was taking place just a few feet away from her. And when you look closely at the background, you'll notice something that makes this second clip even more disturbing. Near the end of the footage, something very strange suddenly appears on the screen. The image seems to glitch or distort, with dark, jagged lines flashing across different parts of the kitchen. One of these strange bands cuts directly through the middle of the frame, while another appears near the ceiling. The distortions only last for a fraction of a second before disappearing completely. What makes the moment even stranger is Nikki's reaction, or rather, the lack of one. She continues cleaning as if absolutely nothing happened, seemingly unaware that anything unusual had just been captured on camera. But after seeing both incidents, it's hard not to wonder, were these simply two unrelated coincidences? Or was there something else going on inside Nikki's home? This next strange clip was captured by a home security camera. Everything seemed normal at first, until the television suddenly turned on by itself, filling the room with sound. Hearing the TV from upstairs, the homeowner went downstairs to turn it off, assuming it had simply been left on by accident. But when they reached the room, something unexpected happened that made the situation much more unsettling. What happened next was captured entirely by the security camera. Take a look. When the television suddenly turned on by itself, the woman immediately tried to switch it off using the remote. But strangely, the TV didn't respond right away. She had to press the power button several times before it finally turned off. Just when she thought the strange incident was over, something else appeared on the security camera. A pair of bright white lights could be seen moving near the doorway with no obvious explanation for what they were. Some viewers suggested that the lights could simply be a cat's eyes. However, the homeowner quickly dismissed that theory, saying she didn't own a cat and that the door led directly to the backyard, making it unlikely for an animal to have entered the house that way. She also pointed out that whatever appeared on camera didn't really look like a normal animal. So what exactly were those strange lights? The final video is one of those clips that is genuinely difficult to explain. An elderly man was sitting quietly in his living room, watching television while his dog slept peacefully on the sofa beside him. Everything seemed completely normal. The man was simply enjoying a quiet evening at home, with nothing unusual happening around him. But after a few moments, something strange suddenly happened inside the room. The man had no idea what was about to happen, and even the sleeping dog seemed to react to it. What the camera captured next is the reason this video has left me confused. At first, everything in the room appeared completely normal. The man was still sitting quietly watching TV, while his dog remained nearby on the sofa. Then, without any warning, an object suddenly fell to the floor on its own. There was no one close enough to touch it, and nothing else seemed to be moving around it, making the sudden fall extremely strange. But what makes the clip even more unsettling is what happened just before it fell. The dog suddenly became alert and appeared to focus on something in the room that we can't see. It almost looks as though the dog noticed something moments before the object moved. Then, seconds later, the object fell. Was the dog's reaction simply a coincidence, or did it notice something that the camera couldn't capture? If you have a strange or unexplained video that you'd like us to feature, feel free to send it to us using the email address in the description. You never know, your video might end up in one of our next episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.